Good morning, my dear students. Today we will talk about a new lesson in Unit 1 and the last lesson in this unit. It's called Applications on Rational Number. Some question about rational number. In the first, I want to find the distance between two numbers. How to find the distance between any two numbers? To get the distance between like number 2 and number 5. To find the distance between them, some one of you tell me 2 minus 5 or 5 minus 2, whatever it's called, or it means difference between the two numbers. The length between the two numbers, the length between any two numbers must be positive number. So we put the difference between the two numbers between absolute value to get the number in positive value. So 2 minus 5 equal negative 3, so absolute negative 3 equal 3 length unit. So the distance between 2 and 5 equal 3 length unit. For example, find the rational number lying at the middle of the way between 3 and 7. Now I want to find the middle number between 3 and 7. We can draw the number line and put the number on it 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. I want the middle number between 3 and 7. Now you can tell me the number is between or in the middle way or the halfway between 3 and 7 is number 5. Okay, another example. I want the middle between 2 and 6. You can write the number between 2 and 6 is 3, 4, 5. Now the number is in the middle way between 2 and 6 is number 4. The number 4 is in the middle from 2 and from 6. So the middle number or the halfway number is the same from smaller number or from greater number. Now we can put a rule to find the number in halfway or in the midpoint for any two number or two rational number. The number that lies at the midpoint of the way between any two numbers equal the smaller number. Whatever, you can start from smaller or start from greater. The same number we will get. The smaller number plus half, this is the way we want to get it. Half multiply the distance. The distance we talk later about how to find the distance between any two numbers. Okay? Or from the greater number minus half multiply the distance between two numbers. Now, we want to answer this question. Find the rational number in halfway between 2 over 5 and 3 over 7. Okay. In the first, to answer this question, how to find the rational number in halfway between 2 over 5 and 3 over 7, we want to get the distance between them. In the first, find the distance between them. To find the distance, it's the difference between the two numbers with or between two absolute values. To find this difference, must the denominator equal the same number. It's called common denominator. 5 multiply 7 equal 35 and the other fraction the same denominator 35. By crossing 2 by 7, 7 by 2 equal 14, so write in this fraction 14. 5 by 3 equal 15, so write in this fraction 15. Find the difference in absolute value. We get negative 1 over 35 with absolute value, so the distance between them equal 1 over 35. This is the distance. We don't get the number in halfway. In the first, find the distance between them. Second step, find the rational number in halfway by the rule. By The rule, we say that before. From the smaller or from the greater. When you get from the smaller and try to get from the greater, we find the same number. Okay? The rational number in halfway. Now I want to use the smaller number from the smaller number. Right, what if the smaller number 14 over 35 or 15 over 35? The smaller number is 14 over 35. 14 over 35. The rule said the smaller number plus. This is the difference between the two rules. In smaller number plus, but in greater number is minus. 14 over 35 plus half. You say we want to get halfway. Half multiply the distance. The distance we get is 1 over 35. Now, find the multiply and then find the sum of two numbers. Right, 14 over 35 plus the multiply of these fractions, 1 over 70. Now get the sum of the two fractions by using calculator or by using the common denominator. To find this quickly, this is equal 29 over 70 by using calculator. Okay? Now, the old question, to get halfway only? No. We want another fraction in fourth way, in third way, in 1/5 way. Whatever the fraction he want, the same rules of the halfway, but change this fraction. When I ask you about halfway, put half. When I ask you about 1/4, like this, put 1 over 4. When I ask you about the third way, put 1 over 3. And the all rules are the same. Okay? Now, look at this question. Find a rational number lying at 1/4 of the way between the two numbers, -1 over 6 and -1 over 3. From the side of smaller number, and I want another side from the greater number. In the first, we get the distance. The first step, get the distance between the two numbers. To find the distance, make difference between them between absolute value. -1 over 6 minus -1 over 3. Now find the difference between them by common denominator to know which of them is the greater or smaller. And common denominator help me to find which one of them is a smaller or greater. Okay? So 3 by 6 equal 18 minus another fraction denominator 18. Cross multiplication, 3 by -1 equal -3. 6 by -1 equal -6. Find the difference with absolute value. -3 minus -6 equal 3 over 18 by simplifying this fraction, 1 over 6. This is the distance in absolute value equal positive 1 over 6. Okay? From the side of a smaller, what is the smaller number? -3 over 18 or -6 over 18? Okay, in negative number, it's the opposite. The smaller number is a bigger number, and the bigger number is the smaller number, in negative only. So -3 is greater than -6 because it's nearest to 0 and positive number. So it's greater than -6. From the smaller, يبقى start from -6 over 18. This is the smaller. Plus or minus, we say in the rule, smaller plus greater minus. Smaller plus the fraction he asked about 1/4. 1 over 4 multiply the distance 1 over 6. And then find the product of the two fractions, -6 over 18 plus 1 over 24. find the value of this fraction.